I draw something that's in the news or that we're thinking about or that I'm thinking about, and we discuss it. So you can watch me draw. I'll turn this around and I'll start drawing for you. How's everybody coping with Thanksgiving coming up? It's going to be a very different Thanksgiving, as you all are aware. It's not really news. Hi, Pablo. Um, I'm staying home. We have immediate family here, so we're going to actually eat outside tomorrow. I think it's going to be warm enough. It's going to be in the 50s, so we have a fire pit, so that'll be fun. I hope you guys are having a good Thanksgiving and not too stressed out about cooking. All right, let me turn this around and I'll draw something for you that came to my mind today. Hi, Sonia. Pablo. Pablo says, yeah, we didn't even get a turkey this year because it's too big for our immediate family. Oh, wow. I got a small turkey because it's just me and my daughter, but then I make turkey soup, or my daughter and her partner and my husband. And then we're going to have another Thanksgiving on the weekend with my other daughter and her partner. So it's going to be weird. A lot of cooking, but small turkeys. And I feel lucky that I can see them at least. We'll be keeping distance with everybody and wearing masks when we're not eating. So anyway, enough of that. I'll turn you around and you can see me draw something that I'm thinking about today in the news. Oh, sorry. This is showing you. Okay. So Pablo, what are you going to eat if you're not going to eat turkey? This is really the only time of year I make a turkey. I'm primarily a pescatarian now, but I do like turkey, and I'll have some tomorrow. One year we had tofurkey, which was really a little odd. The tofu, fake tofu turkey. Hi, Peter from exclamation point. Both you and Pablo are from exclamation point. No location, just letting you know. Mark 2, hello from exclamation point. That's a good place to be. Anyway, what I was thinking about today is how relaxed I am now that it appears the transition is going along just fine, and that we really are going to have a new president. I mean, I knew that Biden won, but you never know what Trump was going to try to do, and he's still trying to do it. He's still trying to claim that the election was completely rigged and stolen from him. I will have to see how that works out. But I thought about, can you see what I'm drawing? Just make sure you're in frame. Peter, you're gonna make a turkey over here in Seattle area, okay? Sonia's gonna eat a roast chicken with 2 of your neighbors. That's great. Is there anything in your family that makes something different at Thanksgiving? You know, typical. I know different parts of the country. It's fascinating to me. Different parts of the country have different traditions, depending on the cuisine of the area, or sometimes within families, depends on where the family is originally from, like what part of the world. For me, one thing we add to our collection of foods on Thanksgiving Day is sauerkraut, and that's probably my family's from the Eastern Seaboard and Jersey, Maryland, some Pennsylvania, but I think it might be German ancestors that sort of brought that into being. Anyway, as you see, I'm drawing the White House, and this is based on, it's going to be 2 drawings of the White House, so you'll get to watch me draw the White House twice, based on a drawing that I did a couple of years ago. I'm extending the drawing. Looks like it has little eyebrows. right. There's one. And you'll see the idea shortly. Can you use it in frame? Did you see that Trump has pardoned Michael Flynn? Not a surprise. A surprise and not a surprise. Just sometimes he does things you think he's going to do it, and then you think, well, maybe he won't. But sure enough, he did it. Michael Flynn lied to the FBI, and he had contact with Russians, a lot of contact with Russians, and lied about it, tried to conceal it, which is in the intelligence community is really bad. So anyway, he got caught, he was convicted, but he was pardoned today. And somebody on the news was talking about how, somebody did say it'll be interesting to see who he pardons, and that might mean those are the really guilty ones. Well, we know Flynn was really guilty. I'm rushing it here because I bet you're pretty bored watching me draw White House windows. And of course, there's always on the table Trump pardoning himself, which he might do. But I think the pardon, if he pardons himself, it's only for things that he's done while in office. It doesn't account for the things that he's being accused of in New York, for example, when he was here. So, oops, that's too big. Okay, so the original drawing I did a couple of years ago was the White House. And I want to say again, I've said this before, this meme of using the White House is based on the wonderful work of Gary Trudeau, who draws Doonesbury, and he came up with this meme of drawing the White House with speech balloons coming out of it. Nixon, back in the Nixon day. Watergate. So I'm gonna get I'm not. I'm just gonna get well, maybe I will. Sorry. I want to be really powerful with this, so I'm gonna use a bigger pen. I want this line to be powerful. I don't always use ink. I often draw digitally, but I think it's fun for people like you to watch me draw digitally. Draw it with ink, sorry. Let that dry a little bit. So that, when I drew that a couple of years ago, it was a storm cloud, and you'll see I'll fill that in. Storm cloud over the White House, implying that there was just, I mean, you can read it however you want, but at the time I meant it to mean that there's all this bad stuff going on in there. We don't even know what he's up to. So a lot of people thought it was him being angry. And over here, this is going to be the Biden White House, and this is how I feel about it. What I'm perceiving, it's going to be a very open, very positive place. Inclusive. Kamala Harris herself, although she won't be living in the White House, she is a positive person, upbeat, likes to laugh. So I'm going to get my paints out, my ink. Right now I'm not working in my studio. My studio is too cold and my stove broke, so I'm in the house working in one of the upstairs rooms. So this is an interesting thing. This is an ink block that I haven't used. It's new to me, but I found it at the art store and I just love it. You know, you can just get as much ink as you want for the brush. I don't want it to be very dark. I'm going to paint in the cloud shortly, but I want to you see? Sorry. HAPS has developed the capability of using landscape view, which I look forward to using. It's not available for me yet, but then I can have the image on, you could see more easily everything I'm doing. I see that I forgot to put something over here. Did anybody listen to Biden talk to the country today about COVID? It was quite a contrast to Trump. And Trump spent the day really tweeting about all the missing votes he thinks that are missing, stolen from him. It's amazing. Is he doing any presidential work? I don't think so. Biden spoke and he said something to the effect, we're not at war with each other, we're at war with a virus. He's trying to bring people together. I also heard that he is open to having administration officials in his White House that were Trump supporters. Let's see what you guys are saying. Sonia says you did watch it, and it was back to being civilized. Biden gave an interesting speech. Cornish game hens, Bill Glue. Interesting. Hi, Bill. From New Orleans. Yeah, interesting. No oyster stuffing. Why not? No oyster stuffing this year. Love seeing refreshed White House. Yeah, thank you. I just noticed the other day how, particularly after it became clear that the transition was going to be going forward without too much trouble, that how relaxed I was. That, whenever the news would come on, it was like, what's he going to say now? What's he going to do now? It was very disturbing for 4 years. Making all the lights on in the White House. Don't mean to be environmentally insensitive, but it just means, to me, it's just a bright place. And then, where's my big brush? Big brush. This is a case where I sort of want it to bleed a little bit. It makes the cloud look more interesting. So I'm controlling the water, the black water. There. This is how I felt about what was going on in the Trump White House. And this is how I feel about the positivity of the Biden White House. And I mean positive for everybody. I feel badly for Trump supporters that they lost, but that's what elections are all about. Now this one I don't want to bleed, so I may have to leave it, not touch the edges, because it will bleed and then it'll ruin the yellow. But I will put a finished product up online and you can see it when I'm done. I'm trying to see if it's still a little wet. Yeah, it's wet. after I finish with you, I'm going to go downstairs and make pie crust. Make an apple pie. I'm not, I like to cook, but I don't do it I really like to cook for family and for occasions like this, but it's not like a passion. It's not like a pastime for me. So I wanted to add also down here, so there's some context. 2016, 2000. And this is 2021. Leave that blank. Maybe put this an arrow. Anyway, I really like all the people that Biden, so far, all the people Biden has chosen for his cabinet. Particularly the Secretary of State seems to be quite an open, to the world. We're back, or trying to be a part of the global community again. There's hope again. Yep. Politics and pie crust, a great combo. I don't think I'm going to mix them, although I'll probably have CNN on while I'm making the pie crust. So there you have it. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Turn this around and say goodbye. Thanks for joining me. Good to see you, as always. And have a great week. Please stay safe. Wear your masks. We're going to be wearing masks and eating turkey, taking them off and eating a bite of turkey and putting them back up. And because our daughters, they live nearby, but we don't live in the same house with them. So we're going to do that. And have you seen the masks that have like a little opening? You can cover it up. You can stick your straw in there. Have you seen that? That's kind of fun. I like that. Anyway, Pablo says, thank you, Liza. I hope you enjoy your time with your family. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I hope everybody's going to have a great weekend and stay safe. Wear your masks. Stay apart from people you don't really live with. And I will see you on Monday. I'm going to take the weekend off and rest. So I'm ready for whatever hits us next week. Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Liza Donnelly for HAPS News. Bye.